All right, last year we made a hovercraft out of plywood, and it ran pretty good. And basically, all it was a piece of plywood, which cost about $14. So pretty cheap, pretty effective. Now this is a different design, and if you want to see how you lift that up, why don't you try the same thing with this?
Yeah,
We'll try it.
and
All right. So this works. It's a little bit heavier. So I was told about a design. Works the same, but it's made out of this foam, which is a lot lighter. But it's still the foam sturdy enough that you can sit on it without cracking. Now, the two things that I were told make this design better are the fact that instead of the hole being offset on this side and blowing air that way, the air hole is in the middle, and it is covered with the plastic, so the air is more evenly distributed. And the fact that this is lighter allows it to float a little higher. And then, right? Push tight. And oops. All right, so Brad, what we did was we'd already talked about we cut a hole in here, and we did that 3-inch flange, and we cut about a foot or a little less than a foot outside so that we could wrap that around, and we cut those 6 holes in the middle, and we took some zip ties and we punched a couple holes with this little sucker right here to pull the flange tight. Right? There isn't going to be any serious pressure on the flange, so that basically all it is just to hold it in there snug when someone's sitting on it. That's kind of a nice effect there too, isn't it? And what we're going to do is we're going to punch a hole. We're going to have 1, 2, 3 holes. We're going to do zip ties here, and a zip tie here, and a zip tie there, and a zip tie there. And we're going to put the 6 holes right in this area so that it matches up with this circle here. And then we're going to zip tie the tarp, leaving a little bit of space so the air obviously blows through. We don't want to snug it off too much, but just enough that it stays full. And then we'll zip tie it through just like this is zip tied, and that'll zip tie the tarp to this piece of styrofoam. Hopefully that the air pressure itself won't be so great that it'll rip through there, but with the metal on this side, on the flange, and then the zip ties being pulled across nice like this, I don't think that'll really cut it. I don't think it'll rip through there that easily. So that's what we're going to do now, and then we can just set this down. All right, once we get that circle. Once we get that set, we'll just flip this up. And I got duct tape right behind you. And also I had some Tyvek tape. I'm not sure which might be stronger, the duct tape or the Tyvek tape. So we'll try with the duct tape first, and if the duct tape doesn't work, I have some Tyvek tape that may hold it even better than this. And then we'll be done. We'll put the air hose in there, and we'll sit someone on it, and we'll push them down the hall. Okay. So we put in the zip ties, and we left space so that when the air comes in, it can push it, and then it'll allow the air to flow into this. And it's the same with this guy. What you want is you want to have just a little bit of room, so that a cushion of air can kind of come across the side here. So we fold it over, and then we're going to pinwheel this. All right, so I'm gonna go like this, and then we got tape, please.
just rip it.
So he's going to cut that across. That's good. All right, you just want to put in a good pinwheel action going on here. Now, once we get this all the way around, then we're going to take some duct tape for extra support. If you, Brad, get that so you can see, roll it out this way. So then you take the duct tape and we'll duct tape it inward from the edge, right from the edge like that, straight in towards the center, and that'll give it extra pull strength. What? This thing's wood. Almost there.
Don't screw it up.
Shut your mouth.
Language.
Watch out with the scissors there, Sharpie.
Told you, he's violent.
Mr. Field scissors, like they don't stay together, so you can just like this all day.
One more piece, last piece.
Anyone like to sing a song?
It's the last piece of tape on the hovercraft. And we're excited to go ride it up and down the hall.
So we're going to test this. Last year we built this plywood hovercraft. All right, you can see that basically it's the same between the two. Is this one is styrofoam insulation, and this one is plywood. Right, the plywood is a lot heavier than the styrofoam one. This hole is offset, so the air comes in and presses through. This hole for the vacuum is right in the center, so it's more evenly distributed. So we're going to test this one. We're going to see how far and how long this one glides, and then we're going to test this one to see how far and how long, how much time this one glides, and see which one is the better of the two hovercrafts. Okay? All right, so you can see some of the advantages of the plywood one. We have her sitting on a stool on the plywood. When I push the button, we'll try and get her centered. And then I'm going to push her from this line all the way to this 5 meter mark. And then I'm going to let go at this 5 meter mark, and I'll hit the stopwatch. And then we'll see how far she glides down, hopefully without hitting the wall. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Turn her on. Lean back a little bit. Forward. You're going to have to hold this up. Or I'll hold this part. Lean forward a little bit. Yeah, right there. All right. Can you stay like that? All right. All right. Here we go. Run it forward. Once again, this is foam, so we can't use the chair on it because the chair will unevenly distribute the weight. You need to sit right in the center, and then we need to balance. Make sure we have a good balance. All right, so let's. Once again, I'm going to push it past this line to the next line, and then let it go, and we'll time it. See how far she goes. Look out below, we're coming through. All right, you ready? Yep. Here we go. All right, right there. so right there. You ready with the cord? All right. Lean forward. What is it? Alright. Still going? Come on, everyone! Right here at the same spot. Lean back, lean back. All right. That's about where you're going. I'll go back. Here we go. You ready?
Yeah. Spinning back. Oh. Yeah.
All right, guys. You want to, Christian, hold it up? Here are the two hovercrafts. Which one works better?
This one.
This one works better?
Big red.
And that one? A little bit better or a lot better?
A lot.
A lot better.
A lot better? All right. It's unanimous.